everyone, Simmer Shell here, and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing something a little challenging for me. It is the Tiny Home Challenge. It is a 5x5. I was on a YouTube binge the other day and I came across the Sim Supply channel, and I was watching his 5x5 and I thought, well, okay, this looks interesting. I wonder if I could pull it off. I do like tinier builds, but this is the first time I have ever done anything this small. I've also been dying to do an industrial type build, so I decided that, well, I would kill two birds with one stone and I would do a 5x5 industrial build. And oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I had to pause recording for a second there. One of the puppies started to whine and it sounds like he's going again. For those of you who watched my last video, you'll know that I have recently started fostering dogs, and we got in the two, I think they're 7-week-old now, little chocolate Labrador cross Kelpie breed puppies, and they whine and cry all day long and they make work virtually impossible. God. Today they have been semi-manageable. We're trying really hard to potty train them, so it's a hit and miss. We have all these little puppy pads down and then we try to get them outside as often as possible. As soon as we're done giving them water and food, of course, we rush them outside. But instead of going potty outside, all they want to do is play, right? Because it's this whole new big wide world for them. Word of advice, never foster two sibling 7-week-old puppies. It's a nightmare. Anyways, back to the build. So I really have been wanting to do something industrial, which actually I'm going to attempt a penthouse industrial build next, I believe. I am just dying to do one. I have not done too much decorating with no custom content, and I've decided to make my channel as custom content free as possible. I did do that one Owens Magnolia build that I did after it takes oh gosh, tongue tie, hello. It takes after the Practical Magic build house, which I love. That is my absolute dream house. Which, come to find out, it's not even a house at all. They only built it for the film and then they tore it down. So that's kind of broke my heart a bit. So I did use a lot of custom content for that one. And I have just decided, well, I will try to do the majority of my builds custom content free. So we'll see how that goes. I still need to kind of learn where all the objects are and how big they are and where they're really meant to fit and all that. So we'll see. I don't have a whole lot of time to do many builds. I am going to school for interior design in my free time. It's online only, so it's kind of a disaster. The course is a little all over the place, but in the end, it's what I really want to do. Am I good at it necessarily? I don't know. We'll see. It's really something more to do that has always interested me. Since I moved to Australia, I have not been able to find a job to save my life here. I live in a very tiny little coastal town, and everywhere that I've applied, I'm either overqualified or not qualified enough. So it stinks. So I was like, well, what am I going to do with my time? So I decided to start going to school for something that, gave me a little bit of interest. So we'll see how that goes. My partner is going to school for nursing, and so he's only got 2 more years of that left to go, and then hopefully we can move to a big city. I'm really, really, really hoping for Melbourne because it's a lot like where I'm from in the US. I am from Portland, Oregon, and it's a lot. They have all 4 seasons, or so I hear from Melbourne. I mean, it could be a total myth. Who knows? But that is my all-time, that's where I want to move. So hopefully that will happen once I'm out of school and, you know, my husband's out of school. I'm just totally ready to get out of this small town. I have never lived in a small town before. Life moves very, very slow here, and I'm totally just not used to it. So, with this build, it was so tiny, and so I decided to make the backyard fairly big with things to do, because if I lived in a house this tiny in my real life, I definitely would be spending most of my time outdoors to get some fresh air. So I try to make it, you know, as serene and pretty as possible. I love these little planters that are part of the game. I love to put these little trees in them. I think they're so fun to use. I definitely wanted to have a pool. I probably made the pool like way too big for this backyard, but that's all right. And then I wanted sort of a greenhouse. I didn't make it so you could grow your plants in there. I actually used a foundation to make planter beds, and then I used that brown dirt looking tile to mock dirt. I really do like this backyard, though. It's probably one of my favorites. I mean, there's not much to it, but what are you gonna do? I still love it. And then I go around and I put these little string lights. The reason why you see wall there is it's just so much easier to place these lights on a wall than trying to press, you know, Control 9 to move each one up individually. So with these lights, if you do download this house, do make sure that you have move objects on, or they will fall, like I experienced today when I went to go do all the filming for this. I noticed that most of them were in the ground, and you never know. It's The Sims, so you might end up with some in the ground. I do hope that you enjoyed watching this video today. I think we're coming up on the... was my silly computer. I think we're coming up on the tour here, so I will leave you here. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be coming out with some more videos pretty soon. Bye.